Ed Robertson, thanking you as always for listening to the TV Confidential podcast. We're taking a few weeks off from production of our program. We'll be back with brand new editions of TV Confidential beginning the weekend of July 18th. Our guests that weekend will include Taylor Blackwell. Taylor Blackwell, the award-winning actress, writer, and filmmaker who has appeared in more than 45 movies and TV shows, including Friends and Neighbors, Resident Alien, Designated Survivor, SWAT, NCIS, Grey's Anatomy, and Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Taylor recently wrote, directed, and starred in It Happened, the Judy Tenuta Story, a short biopic about the late great, legendary Aphrodite of the accordion. The film is currently making its way through the film festival circuit. If you happen to know of a film festival that may be interested in showing It Happened, the Judy Tenuta Story, you can contact Taylor Blackwell directly by emailing her at tayblackwell@gmail.com. In the meantime, we thought we'd share a brief clip of our upcoming conversation with Taylor as part of our podcast this week.
Hi, this is Harry Shearer, and you are listening to TV Confidential, a radio show about television.
I just want a cowboy who's rich and lives in Rome. I just want a cowboy with gold-plated soap. Yeah, I just want a cowboy named John Paul the Pope.
Okay, so we talked about the experience of trying on Judy's wardrobe for the first time as you were getting ready to play her. How long, first of all, let me preface this. You do not do an impression of Judy. You assume Judy as a person. You become Judy in character. There's a distinction between that. So with that said, how long did it take for you to get that raspy love goddess stage voice down?
The raspy part was the hard part, actually, because she also will often go into that higher register of her voice, and that was something I could tap into pretty easy, but the lower part is something I just never accessed in my everyday life, so that took a little extra time, but since I wrote the project as well and had just watched every video of her I could get my hands on in the course of writing the project and doing research, I think by the time it came around to start working on the performance, some of that was already kind of in my bones, and then it was just a matter of really trying to reach that lower part of my chest voice.
This is not your first short film. You've made other shorts before. What is it about the short film genre that works for you, that attracted you?
Well, this is the first short that I've made that I have received financing for. All the other shorts I've made have been just fun, kind of more silly things that I've done with no money at all. And I guess that's part of the beauty of a short film, is that you can tell a story without some of the expenses of a feature-length film. It's a little bit more accessible and gives you a taste of what's to come, hopefully leave the audience wanting some more.
Well, you kind of touched on something I wanted to ask you, because, okay, with the short film, you may only have 15, 20 pages once you're ready to shoot, but I would imagine you don't start with just 15, 20 pages in mind. It takes as long, you almost have to think in terms of a feature-length project to get all the story points you want to include, and then whittle it down to the final shooting form for the short film. Or am I off base there?
No, I think that's accurate. I mean, especially when approaching a biopic, which is what this film is, and looking at how do you give a glance into someone's whole life and all this lived experience, and Judy did so much. How do you even potentially go about showing that in such a small length of time? And it wouldn't be possible to give you everything, but for me, it was a lot about just acquiring all the information, speaking to her friends and family, watching old comedy specials she did, interviews, reading her 2 books, and then whittling it down from there.
Yeah, and as we said, you not only capture her voice, you capture the essence of who she was, and you're able to tap into that essence when you play her in the film.
Thank you. That's the hope.
Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.
This portion of TV Confidential is brought to us by our friends at Front Porch Realty, the community of realtors in the Northern Bay area of California that is committed to finding the solution that is best for their clients. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or looking to sell or lease your property in Northern California, call Karen Strain at 415-886-7411 or visit frontporchrealtygroup.com for more information on how they can help you.
One more item. If you're starting a company, particularly one that is in an emerging market, you know that averting any sort of legal dispute is crucial to your business plan. Our friends at Tectonic Law offer an array of services that can help you avoid and preempt future litigation while also developing and protecting your intellectual property and intangible assets. Tectonic Law serves the needs of a host of emerging industries throughout California and beyond, including industrial designers, beverage makers, artists, farmers, retail stores, health practitioners, wellness experts, cosmetics manufacturers, nonprofit organizations, innovators in sustainable practices, and libraries. Go to tectoniclaw.com to learn more about how Tectonic Law can help your business thrive. tectoniclaw.com. Rock solid representation for groundbreaking industries. Thanks for listening to this special preview of our upcoming conversation with Taylor Blackwell, the writer, director, and star of It Happened. It Happened, a short biopic about the life and career of Judy Tenuta. We'll play our entire conversation with Taylor as part of our July 18th program. Among other things, you will learn that early in her career, Taylor was not only mentored by Burt Reynolds, she directed Burt Reynolds in Walk On By, a short film that Taylor wrote and directed that also proved to be one of Burt Reynolds' final film appearances.